Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? It's Thirsty Thursday. You know the day, you know the way. How are y'all doing? Y'all. What a crazy time. What's going on, Ethereal Fox? How you doing? It's been a doozy today. I just crashed 3 times trying to get into my character. Pretty wild. I know nothing. Just the way I like it. Patch day equal goodness. Comma, there's it feels like every day is patch day. There is still some room on dots, is what I'm gonna say. There's definitely still some room on dots. Discussions are happening. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Hey, look, he's got arms. I will say this. Right now, if you're a druid or an enchanter, dots feel really good. Which is really weird because somehow those became the dot classes. I don't know. For me personally, it feels a little uncharacteristic, but we'll see what happens. There's a lot of potential. A lot of things could come from it. I just want my SK Rogue Shaman to be awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Like I said, and you can still squeeze, 20k DPS out of the build between auto attacks and whatnot, but it definitely, in the realm where like some builds are doing, well, actually there's quite a few builds now that are doing 40, 60, 80k DPS. It's sort of a strange place to be in, but we'll see, because we don't know necessarily what happens or what direction they want to take things in. There could be some big changes that occur. No, it's not terrible. It's just, Jesus, I've seen what you've done for other classes, and I want that too. That Ethereal Fox, that is exactly how I feel, my friend. Exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm watching all these other like builds and these classes like walk by me and like do all this damage and have all these great achievements, and I'm just like, I want to do stuff too. I want to do stuff. Do I? Yeah, absolutely. They have to be careful though. If they spread the buffs too liberally, they might buff the Rangers again. Yeah, we can't have that. Never buff Rangers. In my head go. Ooh, what is this? Ear symbol of the veteran. Actually, this is not at all an upgrade. I do need to put new ears on this guy. Broken. They fixed it. What's going on? How you doing, Big J? Big Daddy Freudian. How are you doing? How have you been? So Ethereal Fox, I agree. I think that is the move. I don't know. Like, that's my opinion. I share your opinion. I guess that's the way I should be responding to that. I agree. I think that shamans are already in 2 expansions. They're going to get a whole plethora of things that are going to allow them to boost heroic stats. Why not just give them baby versions now? That could make them more relevant. They could fit into like melee builds and stuff and be melee buffers like they have been. As time goes on, bards become more spell buffers. Yeah, exactly. I think that they could do like little baby buffs or something, you know? They could even make like an AA or something that does, I don't know. But then when they make a change like this where the auto attacks and stuff like get a buff from heroic skills, ooh, aw. Then it feels a little better, but you know, I don't know. Sag, I need more character slots. Drizner, you and me both, baby. Kelva, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. I have seen you. I do know you followed. My SK Ranger Shaman has to sit in the kitty table. Yeah. I'm actually surprised they let him sit at the kitty table. I'm one AUG away from Saru weapon. Just can't decide who gets it. Main is a minion master, but it feels like it would be better. So here's what I would say. If you want to claim it on the minion master, okay, are you ready, Sabrina? Use it as a pet weapon. Don't equip it. Don't equip it to your character. Just put it on your pet and it won't bind. Just put it on your pet. And then there's no commitment either way because it no longer binds to your character when you create it. So just create it on your minion master, throw it on a pet, and then. But now that being said, huge like large glass of honesty here. If you shift the weapon into its next state, it does bind to you. So don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Just make it, get the sword, put it on a pet. Or if you're got the money, the EOM, if you got the Nunas, then go ahead and create the item, flip it to the one that you want, and then use an unatuner when you're ready to move it. So yeah, you have some options there. Now, that being said, I honestly think the best weapon out of all the group is the dagger, which is funny because I originally thought it was going to be the weakest. It's kind of ironic, actually. I will say I'm liking my Necro Druid Shaman. Definitely going to need a guild invite later. Hell yeah, dude. I really got to... we gotta do some things. What do you guys want to see from the guild? What kind of things that could we do as a community for the guild? Should we do like little events where we go and we do like keying and flagging days? Do we want to do people who have never killed Saru want to group up and kill Saru, or group up and kill Zeb or something? What would be something fun and cool to get into? Yeah, and any of the dot builds that include Druid are really strong. Like if you include Druid and or Enchanter, it's pretty busted right now. Weekly events, possibly we could do weekly events, or we could do like once a month. Either way, or every other week. Why is Druid? So well, Bees is really good, but it's actually Black Wolf that makes it so strong with dots. Black Wolf has a crit scaling and a damage scaling along with dots, which make it really good. Flagging days could be fun. I've got a second account. I need to finish flagging for at least elemental planes would be nice. Need to get a tune in your new guild too. Hell yeah, Sabrina. Hell yeah. We could definitely do that. We could schedule some time to do that. I don't really understand how a Druid Sham Necro does bosses. Like, how do you tank it? Well, you have the Shaman slow, the reverse 100 hands. you do have a necro pet, you do have a shaman pet, and you have a druid pet. It's just like, it's like baby pet cuck. You know what I mean? Holy criminy. Crucible for 400k? I mean, I need one, but good God, I'm not going to pay that much. For those of you guys who are interested too, I mean, I'm just, this is a shameless self plug, but we did get our merch store up. We've got Spotify up and running now. We also have memberships over on YouTube, which we actually got our first member. That's pretty exciting. And I'm going to be dropping some really like very candid content over on YouTube, which members will get access to. Just kind of like spitballing some of my opinions that I might not share super openly. Talking about some mechanics and statistics and things. And then we also are going to be we've got some, now that all the business stuff is all squared away, we can actually start working on dropping video content again. And last night I was working on the leveling guide as well as a farming guide. And I think once this week or maybe the next week is up, once they're slowing down on the class changes a little bit, that's when I'd like to start dropping the build guides. I also did update 2 of the builds in my BIS list. Speaking of which, I got to re-put that on. Did they finally get rid of pallies and enchanters? No. Nope. More paladins, more enchanters. What is your favorite swarm killing setup? Bard / anything? Me personally, no, but that's the build I recommend to everybody. I actually don't like that build a whole lot. I don't like it's not me personally, my play style doesn't really suit that as much. I actually really enjoy my paladin enchanter wizard for AoE farming. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty beefy. It can do crazy damage AoE wise. We need more SK and Necro. Yeah, Gesture. Actually, wait, what? There was something. Oh, you wanted to see if my Paladin Enchanter Wizard could kill Sleeper. She can. She super can. SK Monk Wizard. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Get the 100 hands and stuff. What's wrong, baby? Are you crying? My pug is over here crying. Is it still 55? Yeah, still 55. She has some time gear, but she doesn't have like she doesn't have a bunch of time gear. I just put the items on her. I was mostly leveling eggs, not items. But she does have some time gear. What do you like about SK Monk Wizard? Thought I heard one of your pugs. Yeah, he's over here being a little whiny, but it's very close to eating time, and he's like, "Hey guys, it's time to eat. Feed me, Seymour, feed me." Rip disc from Monk and Def. Oh yeah. That's actually that's a good call. Also, can you please make the frog chef spawn in Seb for me? He seems very shy. I wish I could. Trogador. Trogadador. There's so many D's. Giggity. For the BIS list, save me so much time. Oh, Ghost Sliver, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. I'm actually going to be trying to update a different build every single night. And then I'm going to go back and enter all the details in. So right now I'm just trying to put the item builds together. And then I'm going to go back. So the way I have it in my head, and you guys tell me if this is utter trash, but the way I have it in my head is essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the all the item in the slots, right? And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the details on how to play the build, each one. And I'm going to try and do a different gear group every single day. So I think there's like 8 builds right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to update the armor. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to update all the details on how to play each build and all that. Then I'm also going to attach a parse for each build. And in a perfect world, we will also be doing Gesture. Thank you so much. We're going to be trying to do a video for each one of those builds. And like a build guide, but also like this is how you would do this mechanism. This is how you would fight Saru. This is how you would fight, this guy. This is how you do Zeb. One of the things I'd like to do is start doing some Zeb kill guides. I think that might help a lot of people. I know every day I'm seeing like probably anywhere between 5 and 10 reforged Sword of Truths being made. So I think it's time that we finally sit down and we show people how to make that work. Damn, I need to unlock fire. So Ghost Silver, thank you so much. No eating till Nagi Vox get killed on 12 tunes. Ooh, God, no eating. But I like food. That's what she said. I can pull 90% of fire and AoE it down 60-ish AA pull. Nice. Very nice. I meant the dogs. Thank you for your time and help us noobs and never know what's going on. Yeah. Gesture, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You too, Ghost Sliver. Thank you for the super chat. Actually, that's another thing I need to write down. I like looking at this now. I meant to add this frickin' thing last night so that both chats could see each other. Because I think that's advantageous that you guys can see, like the guys over on YouTube can see what the guys over on Twitch are saying and vice versa. It's not that hard to do. There we go. Perfect. Just got to write notes. Otherwise, like I come up with these ideas or you guys give me great ideas and then like I finish streaming and poof, out of my head, gone. Memory of a goldfish. Drugs are bad, kids. Don't do drugs. What do you need to do to unlock fire? Is it Joaquin? Is it Joaquin? What do you need to do to unlock fire? Do we have people who need elemental plane progression today? Oh, hello there. Get beat up. Thank you. I still need to do earth and air at some point, but haven't been playing as much. Aw, you been busy or just getting burned out or what? I just want to shamelessly plug Polly Walnuts brand Peggy cloaks, guaranteed to fit and waterproof or your money back. Are they other fluid proof? Asking for a friend. Totally not my personal question. Just curious. Both probably. I need to run the pop flags to unlock. I have not started. Like you haven't started any of the pop flags? Oh, you just came back 3 days ago. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm not playing EQ as much as I was, partly to Blueprints, partly to IRL kicking my butt. Ooh, Blueprints. That's a really great game, dude. Ever since today's patch, freaking Necropotents keep running off and aggroing Jaeladar for no. They're trying to attack her. The minions that are freaking getting spawned. I don't know about you guys, but I did Plane of Water earlier, just trying to test some things out. And I was I almost had 20 minions on my SK in Plane of Water. It was absurd. We think so, but haven't tested. Ah, I see. I see. Well, I know just the person to test this out. I'm leveling this guy up right now, but I'm also just kind of running around trying to get Augs. Daiku Augs. They drop relatively frequently, but it's so weird that this has a longer cast time than a dot. The stuns have longer cast times than dots now. Oh, you know who needs Augs? Mayo. You know, you guys want to... Should I log over to Mayo? Should we mess around with him? We could. It'll probably crash me, but we could go over there and mess around with him a little bit. I'd be curious to see exactly how he feels since the change. Although he's definitely going to need a shield. 100%. Doesn't a shield drop in Hater Fear? Oh yeah, listen, he's flagged all the way up to up through Luckland, so man, I wonder if I could kill. I wonder if I could rip kill Emperor. I wonder if I could rip kill Emperor right now. Although, did they just implement the rip change? Was that a part of this patch? We need to start with a shiny brass shield, yeah. Base tier, shiny brass shield. It said so in the notes. Oh yeah, there you go. One rip attack per enemy round. Okay, yep. Well, never mind then. Mayo won't be able to kill him. Rest her blocked, yeah. Hmm. Do you have a plan for when solo? So I have purposefully not been establishing a plan. I know there's a lot of other guys on the stream team and whatnot who are really heavily interested in like pre-gaming it and trying to develop the wisest and sharpest plan. I would much rather come at it with a completely fresh set of eyes. I don't want to burn myself out on that particular method of play up until it's live. I want it to feel like it's fresh, shiny, and new. Because of the change to the change of the change, where the change is of change. It's the Lord of Change and the Keeper of Change. But the changes of changes do changing. And then there's changing of the changing, the change. Honestly, they've been working really hard. And even though I know not everything has been rolled out like in the most perfect, amazing, shockingly wonderful way. I do think they deserve some serious gratitude, some serious tip of the hat, because they've been doing so much work lately. I know Kata's like, I don't know if Kata's slept in days, man. I'm talking to that guy at 3:00 in the morning, and then, you know, I get up like I'm obscene. I have very crazy sleep patterns, and you know, apparently Kata does too, because I'll be waking up and I'll just shoot him a little message and I'll be like, oh, hey, you know, what's going on? And he's still going at it. He's still making changes. He's still editing stuff. Time and time again. Is Kata the change of the change master? Kata may be the Lord of Change. He is Tzeentch. For those of you who don't know, that's Warhammer 40k god. That he's essentially an agent of chaos. He's a god of chaos, and specifically the Lord of Change. Herald of the Change. Ooh, that would be a great title. That would be a great title. Oh man, XP definitely slowed way down in here. Maybe we'll go to fire. I really kind of want to just farm the Augs though. Warhammer 40k of who got outplayed by 8-year-old. Shh. No. No. I mean, who's the real agent of change and chaos there? Let's be honest. It's the 8-year-old. You guys have questions for the Q&A tonight? Are you guys all going to be at the Q&A on V stream? I know next week I'm going to try and stream mine to TikTok and to YouTube. Everything's all set up to do it. Although I got to tell you, the stuff on TikTok is wild. Like the rules and the like language restrictions and stuff. Did you guys know that you can't talk about YouTube or Twitch on TikTok like while you're live streaming? I had no idea. You can't. That's against the rules. How do we submit questions again? Sean Luke, you can either go to my Discord or you can go to Variety Void's Discord and you can submit questions there. Or if you're actually present at the Q&A, you type !Q followed by the question you want to ask. And it gets added to a queue. And then we, the streamers, go through and essentially sift through the questions and go through and ask. There can be only one. No Q&A for me. I'll be at work. Oh, welcome to China. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely wild. I agreed to like do this whole TikTok thing, but it's providing to be like, what I might do is I might have like a very special TikTok stream time or something where I don't multi-stream onto TikTok. I only stream onto TikTok for like a period of time. I don't know. It's very strange. Ooh, another one. Oh, base tier. And TikTok wouldn't exist without the streamers. Yeah, well, not so much the streamers, but the content creators. You know, videos and things like that. So it is weird. It is very weird. Oh my God. I forgot how bad and nasty item leveling is. I love TikTok. Easy to make big money on there. Is it? Apparently you and I need to have a conversation and you need to educate me on the ways. Cause everything I've looked at, like, I'm like, wow, there's just there like 5 extra steps I have to take to not get in trouble on TikTok. They already took down my store, which I thought was interesting. They didn't like something. They flagged my store, and now the only way that I can post my store on there is if I send them a picture of my ID and like a piece of mail with my address on it, and like take a picture of a passport. It's crazy. I just don't like, I'm not going to do that. Isn't CPM on TT like a fraction of YouTube? That was my understanding. But there's a lot of people who make money over there on the stores and on the advertisements and stuff. If you agree to like record yourself, like doing advertisements and stuff, there can be some good money on TikTok. Many areas of life need to take advice of never bite nor restrict the hand that feeds them, or in those cases allows them to exist. The platforms, the apps, and the rule makers, not the people that allow those realities to exist. We're the ones that are the source. Yeah, it's true. I had too many carbs, so I'm going to check my eyelids for holes. Lurk time. Thanks for the stream. Ethereal Fox, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. Good little nappy nap. Yeah, I won't be doing anything like that. I'm just hoping to bring awareness to TikTok about THJ and sort of build community. No, it's not. It's not. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Osiris, how are you doing, buddy? How have you been? HD Dean, thank you so much for the sub, big dog. Appreciate you. So tired. You've been working hard, hardly working. Boy, we might go to. I don't know if I want to go to fire or what I want to do here. Puppy doesn't let me sleep and has figured out how to escape his pen. Smart little puppy. I just let him sleep with me, man. Wake up, he's gonna bite my nose off. I'd be like, I'm so mad at you. Oh, I can't stay mad at you. You're too cute. Appreciate you, man. Ikshaw, hide mask. Oh, hi. No. Man, I got some weird news today. This guy that I used to work with, we weren't like super close, but we shared the sense of humor. He was a Giants fan. I was a Cowboys fan. So there's like this natural rivalry that occurred between the two of us. He was a really good dude. Honestly, he was a really, really good people. And he passed away last night. He'd been fighting cancer for a bit, and it finally got him last night. And I don't know, it's such a weird thing. Like, it's such a weird thing. We dem boys. You know, they told us like a lot of the stuff that we were constantly exposed to. You know, I believe it or not, okay, when you go in and you're like doing the training for like law enforcement and stuff like that, they actually tell you, they're like, hey, you're probably going to die young. The rate of divorce and your partner like cheating on you or you cheating on your partner is very high. Essentially, like, things are not good for you. This is not a healthy place to be or work. And then, like, as time goes on, you start to see like that actually coming real, like coming into reality, like occurring, and it's just wild. So it's like the military. Yeah, it's exactly like the military. Ghost Liver, if someone could ask a question on Q&A, could we get an update to Bazaar and back so we could bind to a zone shard number or similar? Ghost Sliver, let me see what we can do, baby. Hold on. Let me copy this, okay? Can I copy it? Control C. And then I will post it into Void's Q&A for tonight. Let us see here. Q&A questions. Oop. There you go, bud. I posted it in there for you. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't mean to be like Debbie Downer or anything like that, and I'm not trying to get all down and in like trauma dump or anything. It's just a weird thing. It's like the military. Yes. Yeah. Man, I remember there was a situation with this guy. I've told this story on stream before. There's this guy who he was fraternizing with someone who was in the academy with me when I started, and he was married, and his wife found out that he was having relations with this girl at work, and she called the jail, and she told his boss that there was like a house fire and he needed to come home immediately. So he comes home, and you know, he sees like everything's fine, but the front door is wide open. So he runs in the house in through the front door, and like as soon as he gets through the front door, she hits him in the back of the head with a mag light. She proceeds to beat him nearly to death and then leaves him for dead in their driveway. Pretty crazy. What's the lesson here? Don't cheat on your partner. I hear the bork, bork, bork. Yeah, they're trying to eat. Did he learn his lesson? I don't know. I don't know whatever happened to him after that. Honestly, he and I were not we were not buds. So from a marketing perspective, how effective is TikTok at driving long-term user and product retention and conversion? So Jedward, all of the research that I've found, TikTok is really supposed to be a you've heard of the concept of like making touches? And I'm not talking about the super saucy kind of bedroom touches. Like, so the idea behind TikTok and someone who's like building a business or has a business is that you essentially establish more touches using TikTok because people consume the in today's day and age, the brain rot material that is broadcasted across TikTok all over the place, and reels and things like that, any of that short form current content. The idea is that you establish more touches with more people who are not typically attached to that style or that type of content. So like EverQuest and THJ, by going over there, like people who are flagged for like gaming and MMO could potentially see my content and then come over and check out what THJ is. In fact, I can say that this has happened to me recently. So the more touches that you get out there, the more you're touching people. Essentially, the more likely or the more people you could possibly bring in. Jonathan Dorsey, Stoic, thanks for the content. Where can I find your BIS list? Well, it's funny you should ask. It is right here. I wonder if I can make commands work over there on YouTube. Right here. It is right. Come on. There we go. Right there. BIS list. I don't know if he learned his lesson or not, though. The guy was kind of a we called him Napoleon because he was like 4 foot something. He might have been 5 foot, but he was a really short guy. And he was always angry, real angry dude. I learned about THJ on TikTok. Really? You did, nerdy? Was that Magnus by chance? I have some ideas for like shorts on TikTok. So my idea, ready? All right, I'm going to paint this for you. Okay. So a little thing pops up. How do you make 10,000 platinum in 10 minutes? And then show a bunch of craziness and then show how I made 10,000 platinum in 10 minutes. Pro tip, it's not working corners in Bazaar. I think so. It was a few weeks ago. Not Umbral Plains. No. How do you top your sub? But THJ, what's your ideal 3-way? Ooh. Yeah. Listen, I'm still if they adjust dots a little bit more, then I will be playing my warrior necro shaman pretty much exclusively. But it doesn't feel really great right now. Lurk, thank you so much, Trogdatter. Thank you for the lurk. I came to THGA after seeing your video and how easy it is to install and play. Some of the others have entire manuals just to install. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I hope that my content makes it easy to do. I do need to do a new beginner guide because the server is completely flipped upside down since I made that. Like, it's a whole new world now. A whole new world. Though I play most TQ games, so I was an easy catch. Yeah. I would really like to just create content over there that's going to be interesting. Hopefully bring some attention. I made a little promotional video for THJ, and apparently they didn't like the music that I put in there. Not that I can't play it, but I played it too long, which I thought was kind of interesting because it's non-DMCA music. Then they proceeded to send me like 50 songs that I could use instead. So we're going to try that out. We're going to fiddle with it and see what we can do. All the way back to 2000. Hell yeah. I actually played the beta. Believe it or not. I was too young to know any better, but I played the beta. I had a high elf cleric named Frederick. And boy, did he get his ass kicked all the time. I was the worst cleric. I would heal myself. I would it was just bad. It was really bad. I'd spend all my mana nuking and would not have anything left to heal with. I was trash can player. I was exactly the guy you would never want in your group, but I was also like 12. Beta, what's up? What's up, Matt? How you doing, baby? So how's the patch holding up? Anything amazing or bad to notice? Old man Rebuke. Yeah, there's some good, there's some bad. So Gut Punch is been gut punched. It now only provides a 25% damage increase as opposed to a 100% damage increase, which is a pretty big nerf to Gut Punch. Now that being said, I think it does bring melee damage for warriors a little more in line with where they probably intended them to be with the new heroic strength, because they're double dipping with the new heroic strength stuff as well as shield specialization. So it's really easy to do a lot of damage on a melee right now, especially if you have shield spec. And then initially druids got, or not druids, I'm sorry, enchanters got kind of borked with doppelganger behavior. Kata has fixed that and actually made it quite a bit better, which is good. What else? Druids became dot lords. Enchanters are dot lords. Unfortunately, necros and shamans don't feel very good with their dots right now. Subject to change. Basically, you're pigeonholed into playing, like, if you want to use dots to some level of efficiency, you have to use a druid or an enchanter. Failure to do so will result in massively underwhelming numbers. That may change, though. It's certainly on the table, so we'll see what happens with that. Saw a guy on YouTube named Hacksman that does free synthwave music. That's pretty good. Ooh, Hacksman. Let me write that down. Hacksman. Cool. I'll have to check that out. Appreciate it. LOL. I fantasized about starting my high elf wizard after my guildies were going to get beta access to EQ. Then after I got a beta 3 CD and installed a request less than 5 seconds after I logged in, a dude tried to PvP me and got in my face. I was on a non-PvP server, but I didn't know the rules, so my heart almost beat out of my chest since I was so unprepared. Yeah. Enchanters should not have anything to do with dots. Yeah, the problem is IOG. Illusions of Grandeur is like way too strong. Not that I think it should be nerfed. I don't think it should be nerfed at all. I just the way that it interacts with pretty much anything that's spell based is pretty wild. It's like having Bloodlust or something in WoW, you know? It's like you have it and it's so good. A request, the game. Why the how did I say Enchanter is supposed to be CC. Yeah, I mean, CC is a little bit of a weird thing on this server because it's not really necessary. Me personally, I would have loved to see some, like, they could have done something with illusions. They could have done something with charmed pets. I know Kata is really not a fan of the animation. Many times he said he wants to turn the doppels into an animation. Maybe that happens someday. I don't know. What would you say is a worse combo? That may have changed. I don't know. I don't know what's the worst combo anymore. Originally, I would say it would be it would be like a warrior rogue berserker, but I don't know if that's entirely true. They still don't have any healing A's. So, hey, Mike, what's going on, baby? Yeah, what's new? So they just decoupled the spells from the server ticks. So now if you're using Bloodlust or Rage Ralozek, that no longer is reduced due to server ticks. You no longer have to pay attention to that. They just gutted Gut Punch. It's not even true. It's just it just sounds so good to say it that way. They reduced Gut Punch's damage mod from 100% to 25%. What else did they do? Dang it. EQ crash during login. So there has been some crash issues. I do think that that's something Cat is probably going to be working on. I'm sorry, 50%. Yeah, 50%, not 100%. I'm sorry. I apologize. They reduced it from 700% to 25%, guys. RIP. F's in the chat for gut punch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. How dare you? Yeah. Let's see. That's right. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. I think there's some good things. I definitely think there's some good things. They tuned up doppelgangers since the Sunday patch. Doppelgangers have been underperforming in most builds, and they went ahead and they modified them to perform better. And I think that's, one of those things. Doppelgangers. Yay. I want necros to do something. I want there to be a reason to take a necro. Because right now, I don't know if there is really a reason to take a necro. I've been seriously debating how I can, what I want to cut the necro out of my pet cook to put in there. I think necros just feel like they're not dot gods. They don't have the utility doesn't matter here as much as it does on other servers or other places. They don't bring a lot to the table. You get some dots, and the dots underperform in most cases. My Whizcuck is great. Are you playing Xiao? Are you playing is it Beast, Madge, Wiz? Yeah, nice. Are you doing the rain trick? So I've been testing rains out a lot lately. There's some pretty dumb stuff you can do with rains. Which is exactly you use one rain. Yeah. On live, that's basically the way you would do it. You would pull aggro, but here it doesn't matter if you pull aggro. Cast a rain, then spam a bunch of nukes while the rain is going. Crap. I had no clue on IOG. Should have dropped Necro, not Enchanter, on my dot bot. Yeah, there you go. Do you think we might ever get free unattuning with class balancing? I get the reason they make legendary attuned so people can use one set of gear to run 12 free unattuning. Oh man, I doubt it. That's a great question for the Q&A though, but I can't see that happening. But maybe. I mean, anything's possible. I would not say that anything is out of the realm of possibility with these devs. There has to be some kind of time sink. Yeah. Can't pull aggro away from my mage pet. Yeah. I actually thought about doing a rogue with a mage, two pet classes and a rogue or something, or a hybrid pet class and a rogue, and then a mage, so you can get the real backstabs. The economy would crash in my MMO. Yeah, I think so too. I do think that to some extent it probably would hurt the economy. But when you build around one set of criteria, then it all changes. It's expensive to regear. Yeah, and that's what drives an economy, though. It's just like real life, right? When something better comes along, then it's expensive to have to replace and reset up for whatever that thing is that's better. That's not to say don't do it. It's just, it's kind of how things work. It doesn't, I understand why it doesn't feel good. Maybe they could give out one free attuner with every massive change or something. I don't know. I don't know. They already do the thing. One thing that throws me off a little bit, and I wish they would announce that they're doing, when they do like a free they're like, oh yeah, and we reset everybody's instances, but they don't tell you that they're going to do that ahead of time. And I understand to some extent why they don't tell you, but I wish they did. I really do wish they did. There has to be the economy would crash. That's what orange spells are at range AoE, whose point of origin is the mob. Now remember, the green range spells are anchored to a specific spot near the ground, where it's cast on a mob. That's fair. If the items are still coming into the economy, but things like Easter Oggs are gone, are one and done. Yeah, so the Easter Oggs are a really interesting thing. I've been paying attention to them. They've definitely all gone up very, very high in price, which sucks, but I don't know what we're going to do about it. Not much. Also got to look at the Mask of Flame against this Mask of Frenzy. So much strength here. I'm going to look here too. See if the Shark Bone Shoulder is actually better. It does give you more heroic strength, which is really good. Because I think heroic strength is basically the chase now. It's so much more substantially vital than dexterity at this point. Frenzy better than Flame. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I use Frenzy on my heroic strength, yeah. And then there's the Shark Bone Shoulders that I think might be Bis heroic strength shoulders too. There's some other stuff. The problem is you start making such sacrifices for heroic strength, and it starts to feel really bad because you're actually like losing out on a bunch of other stats. Why Pally and Warrior? Pally is filling the no. Pally is filling the, basically it's filling the heal, the priest slot. Also the breastplate is actually pretty good too for stat wise. I don't even know, like Hopebringer is really good. Like the ratio is really good for the heroic strength builds. It's actually, I don't know if you guys look, but Malik has number 3 on the, he is 3rd place on the speedrun build with this build exactly. That being said, I'm still not convinced going all in heroic strength is worth, but I'm probably wrong. It's not a problem really, but the thought behind it, or the theory behind it. Whoa, hey there, Elno. How you doing, baby? The thought behind it is that it's a direct 1% for 1 heroic strength increase. So, 20 heroic strength is 20% damage increase. So that adds up really fast. So if you go hard on heroic strength, you're just like you're out damaging things and you're just crushing everything. It's Paladin, Warrior, Monk. This is actually my yep. Slay Undead is also very good. It does come with some survivability as well. It comes with some Holy Forge is actually really good. This is kind of why I've been saying, like, I think Paladin is actually pretty far ahead of Shadow Knight right now. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. War SK always better than Pally. I wish that was actually true. You aren't using flaming sword. You don't count. Oh, shit. I thought it was 1% to your min damage. It's... Okay, hold on. It's 1%. What's up, Kata? It's 1% to here. So the more points you put into it, the more damage you're putting out. Yeah, it is. Don't you tell me no. You don't know. It's not like you're a dev here or something. Yeah. No Hopebringer? My Hopebringer's right here. It's leveling up. Chow chow. Good God. Give me time, sir. That's flaming. Enchanter and Pally need nerf. We can discuss. Jesus Christ. Stop trying to set fires the second Kata comes in here, okay? Calm down. Kata, how are you doing, buddy? How are things going? How are things feeling? Enchanter should never outdot a Necro. Raina! Whoa! Raina. How are you doing? Raina, thank you so much for that wonderful little raid. What's going on, Raiders? How you doing? Welcome. We're over here totally not on my static character. Kata, don't look. Kata, don't look. I'm not playing my static character. And yeah, we're out here on our not static character, which is a War Pal monk, and we're just killing stuff. What's going on, Sindari? Welcome, Blue Steel Wheels. How you guys doing? We want Mayo in tactics content. I have to get Mayo past Emperor. Broken. Yeah, what's up? Make a Shad Neck Drew. Oh my God. I actually thought exactly about that. Hiding from Mayo isn't going to get his progress. That's the best build. So hear me out. Kata, why Shadow Knight? Why Shadow Knight over Warrior? Because I think I thought about Shadow Knight originally, but I think it's actually Warrior for Mortal Coil. You don't need Mortal Coil with the Necro. Because you got Cascade. And you have the damage boost. You have the damage boost from shield spec and the heroic strength. The spam zombies. The spam zombie swarm will proc Mortal Coil. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, I did think of that about that build though. That in fact, that exact build I thought about, but I think Warrior is actually better than it makes me really, really sad because I'm probably going to kill my my favorite build, or like the build that I wanted to play. But that's actually what I was thinking about switching and doing Warrior Necro Druid. Which sucks too, because he actually has Leopard spell, and I'm going to be giving that up, which is like just deleting 20k. That's pretty fun. Kata, you guys really, please, for the love of Jesus, consider putting Leopard on either something easier to kill that you can get easier. Leopard feels bad. Trying to get Leopard is not a fun experience. Pet build diversity. Yeah, pet build diversity is great. I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really actually awesome that you guys have done what you did. That sounds like a question for the Q&A. Kata, it came up last week in the Q&A. And a poor, well, I don't want to turn this into that situation, but like, yeah, it came up last week in the Q&A. Leopard is way too hard to get though. It being on Emperor is like, ugh. Where spells drop is 100% not my bailiwick. Listen, you better make it your bailiwick. I'm kidding. I don't know. My Maginek Beast doesn't feel that strong. I can't even get to time. Oh, really? Malik kills Zeb with that build. I guess Q&A starting now. Well, it's in Void stream today, so. Also, Kat, if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to in stream. I don't know. I know there's some stuff about that, but I found out the other day that apparently you can revive corpses for pets through the AAs if you have hide corpse on. What? Crazy. Yeah. I didn't. You don't have to answer questions. I was just going to ask if you want to hang out. I am after all playing my static character. If you wanted to bring your static character, we could do static character stuff. Just saying. I'm giving BS a hard time. It's what yeah. Gesture just shits on me all day. I also made a warrior Nectaru. The biggest hurdle I'm facing is what to use in chest slot. Don't use the marble chest. It's that easy. Use the Rax chest. Do you want to roll new characters? If you want to, we can. Do you want to do that right now, Kata? This feels really good too. I don't think it's like so busted, and I also don't think it's so broken that it's like Rip Disc doesn't feel terrible. Like it feels pretty good. I still feel like I'm hitting back plenty. It doesn't feel all out of whack. I want to ask a question of the devs during the live stream today, but I always just listen to the replay, so I don't know if it's only going to be on Twitch or will also be on YouTube. So there is... Are you asking if it's going to be streamed to YouTube? I do not believe that Variety Void does streaming to YouTube. So it'll likely just be to Twitch. If you have a question, though, you can put it in Variety Void's stream in his Discord, and it will likely get asked. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I'm actually free. Okay. Heard. You just farming Augs. I am right now, and I'm getting XP. I'm like leveling items and getting XP and farming Augs. But it sounds like Kata and I might make a new character if he's free. Yes, stream. Yeah. I don't think he's going to stream to YouTube. Or at least right now he's not. I mean, he may in the future. I don't know what his plans are for his stuff. Yeah, sorry, Matt. Starting next week, I will be streaming the Q&As to YouTube, though. How's it going? What's up, Twisted? How you doing? Come on. God, I might have to make a character slot. What kind of character should we make, guys? What kind of character should we make? I took the redeem. Oh, wait. Are you referring to, did I take it away? Platform. Are you referring to this one? Are you referring to this redeem? You can get extra character slot? No, I'll have to delete characters, Josh. Playing Pal Bard Range right now. Very fun bow kicker. Hell yeah. Appreciate the answers. I tend to work at this time, but I wanted to ask about helping out dev-wise. So I needed to go about doing that, and I wanted to make sure I didn't actually miss a live stream. Well, Matthew, I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Honestly, you guys have been really awesome. I have to thank the community exponentially. Like, you guys, the community has been truly awesome since I started streaming, since I started creating content. I wish I could do more. I wish there were more hours in the day. I wish that I could snap my fingers and I would just have build guides and everything made, or like snap my fingers and just have all that stuff so that I could have all that available for you. That's one of the reasons we're creating the guild too. I'm hoping that through this guild I can find a few good men or women to help maybe get some things going and work with me on some things and possibly even be rewarded or compensated. Where in Discord am I? I am nowhere, Kata, but I can be in Discord. Hold on. I was hiding.
You're hiding.
Always. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So you do have free time?
Yeah, I do actually.
Ooh. All right. Let me park this guy real quick.
I'll just switch over to my static. I don't think we have time to like roll whole new characters.
Okay. Where are you at with the static stuff?
I don't know.
I think we have to kill.
I think I'm super gimpy, whatever I am.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're in Luckland still.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, no, I think I got that last kill for Luckland, but
Did we?
I'll know once I get plugged in.
Yeah, okay. I can probably beast mode just about anything at this point. So
yeah, because I fell behind because
what?
That's because I'm always doing the dev stuff rather than actually playing.
Because you're a responsible adult.
I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration.
Let me turn you up a little bit here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear Kata okay? Go ahead and talk for me, Kata.
Talk?
There you go.
I don't.
Right. They should be able to hear you okay. He is actually, believe it or not, he is actually boosted almost all the way that I can boost him. 200%. Music is louder than him. We can change that.
Ooh, I got a pretty cool familiar name.
Ooh, nice. Dude, the new familiars are great.
Yeah, so I don't know if I don't know what's spoilers and what isn't.
As far as like what's on tests or other stuff?
Well, there's nothing really on test right now. By the way, I'm trying to chase you and you keep running away. Oh, yeah. So the reason why it took so long to get familiars back was because multi-pet sort of broke the old style familiars where they're like a pet that doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to rework that system, and it just took a little bit of time. So part of my problem is like I don't have good spells, but I also need to go see what I need to unlock.
Okay. Do you want I mean, we could sort of cheat a little bit and I could go buy your spells off from the pop vendor.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it still too loud, Drisner? I turned it down like 20%. But if it's still too loud, I can turn it down more.
I can turn my mic gain up if
Oh, it's good. On my screen, you're actually almost redlining. So I don't know. It might be a combination of their
Yep.
Combination of their stuff.
Those bunnies definitely work. Okay. Who do I need to talk to? I have access to Lucklin.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I have access to Lucklin, and I have nothing completed for Plains.
Oh, okay.
Or except for Insanity Crawler, and yeah, I got Insanity Crawler. We did that together. Actually.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do you want to do?
Do you want to just like skip straight to it and just go do Imp? Because I can probably like if I went and did my epic, I could probably clear the rest of them myself.
Okay. Do you have the key?
No, so we'll have to go do the whole thing for Imp.
That's okay. Yeah, no big deal there. Here, I can bring us. Oh wait, you're in. Do you have the?
I'm on the way to you.
Okay.
Oh, assuming you're still in EC.
Yep, I sure am.
Sweet.
Auto confirm port group, and
I see. It's fun. Oh, port group didn't work.
So funny enough, it's actually been kind of weird. Malik and I ran into an issue last night where he actually ported me and he didn't go anywhere.
Well. That's not good.
What? Take auto off. Okay. Yeah. We took auto off. I'm being told that this works this way. Ready?
Wait.
Waiting.
Let me take auto off myself. Okay, auto is off.
All right.
Yep, I got the pop-up.
All right.
Okay, I bet auto doesn't work right. Which okay. Hey, if anyone's listening, if you want to open a bug report about that so it can get a dev escalation so it gets on my to-do list instead of having to just be in my head, that would be fantastic.
Hell yeah, Sabrina. Bug report. What would you like this to be called, or how would you like this to be described, since I'm terrible at that?
Group port does not work reliably. And then put in there something possibly has to do with auto confirm.
Auto. No, the okay, perfect. Got it.
You know what's real fun? As part of like playing these characters, I realize the way that we have pet focus is working right now.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wonder if I should check your inventory for pet focuses, not just what you have equipped.
Would you then allow it to affect all pets, or would it just specialize? Like if you couldn't equip the item, it wouldn't grant the benefit.
if you couldn't equip the item, then it wouldn't grant the benefit. I don't know. I don't want to smooth over like all the jagged edges in terms
Mhm.
of for the sake of quality of life, but
Yep.
I don't know. I was talking with Aporia earlier, and I think I'm gonna see if I can somewhere in all this fit in an automatic pet focus thing. So we have data points about like where we want the pet focus balance to be, and I wonder if I can plug that into like a spreadsheet and work out a way to just automatically scale all pets based on pet power, so they don't have to have pet power entries.
Oh, I like that.
But I don't know when I'm going to find the time to work on that.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Dude, you guys have been like day and night, like what, the last week?
Week?
Well,
Week?
I mean, all right. Yes, I know you. I feel like you have been going like very hard, harder than hard. I don't know how to describe it other than to say since Sunday or even actually I would say since what, Friday or so. Like it's just been like constant spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Like it's never slowed down or stopped.
You know, it just it really is nice to be able to log in and see like some of the changes. Like just randomly conning a mob and seeing, it can't be charmed.
Dude, that was so nice. When I saw that on test, I was like, I don't know, because that I don't recall seeing the test thread for that, but I was like, oh, this is so nice.
I don't think there was a thread for it. I just did it, and it's not like a particularly complicated change. So
yeah. Well, when I logged in and I conned something, I was like, what is this? This is amazing.
I just riffed off of the way raid mobs are flagged.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm probably doing a lot of damage right now.
yep. This is called getting carried.
Yeah. The funny part, I'm using the Velius. I'm using a primal Velius weapon right now. We can do. You want to do the rag that's right here? There might be a spell or something on there that would be a buff for you.
Yeah, let's just do everything. There's no
Okay.
reason really not to.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Furtbringer says, "Thank you for having Bloodlust not tied to the server tick now."
Yeah, there's a bug report about that apparently isn't working as reliably as I hoped it would.
Okay.
So I need to do a little bit more investigation. I lost
Fake
you.
wall.
Fake wall. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm here.
All right. This guy's undead,
yeah.
so he's probably going to get deleted really quickly.
Okay, cool. It'll be fun to watch. Wow, that did get deleted. That was exactly the correct choice of words.
I don't need any of this stuff, so whatever's on the body that might be beneficial to you is all you, baby.
I kind of figured.
Twisted Trickster, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Pally needs nerf. Yeah, you'll have to ignore Gesture. He literally just he is true to his name and that he trolls me all day, all night. I actually pay him to come to my house and troll me when I'm not streaming.
That makes a lot of sense.
Josh, very good analogy. He's a warrior paladin monk.
But yeah, so saying about the new familiar system.
And my headset just crapped out. What the hell?
Well, that's not good. We can still hear you. At least I can still hear you.
Huh. Well, Cat, I can't hear you for a second here. I'm gonna have to hardwire this. Actually, it just so happens. All right, there we go. Just have to move things around a little bit. Yeah, it's my microphone and my headset are actually set up a little differently, and the headset is actually set up in a way that well, it's a wireless headset. Let's see, outputs. Change this to. Well, what the heck?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Great time for technical difficulties. All right, give me 1 sec. I still can't hear you, but I'm going to. I'll go down to the basement here. For some reason, it is not allowing me to select default. There we go, defaults. Whoa, hype train. Gesture, thank you so much. You had the wired headset fund. Man, let me tell you, this headset is the biggest pile of dookie. Do not, whatever you do not ever buy SteelSeries anything. Real bad. Makes me want to cry. And what's worse is it doesn't actually want to come out of the system. Yogurt, that's literally the headset I have, and it is absolute garbage. It has given me nothing but problems since the day I spent a ludicrous amount of money on it. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna at least make it so I can hear. Should be able to hear now, but I can't.
Can you hear me now?
This is gonna have to be the something that I buy a new one for. You can hear them. Well, that makes one of us.
So apparently I'm broken now. I don't know how to do a good impression of you. I'm not good at the ad-libbing. It'd be way funnier if I was.
Cat is sounding like the champ he is. Oh, okay. Well, all right. So you guys can watch me play and listen to Kata. How's that?
Wait, they can't hear you? I can hear you just fine.
No,
Hey,
I just
chat.
spent so much money on this headset. I've been trying to push it to work because I spent so much money on this headset.
Hey chat, tell Broken that I can hear him just fine.
Yeah, it's because my headset isn't attached to my microphone. Exactly. I'm just deaf. Actually, you know what? I could have this play through speakers.
What could go wrong?
I don't know how great that's going to be, though. My microphone's pointed away, so you guys shouldn't get feedback. Nerd, you freaking bastard. All right, I can hear still.
Well, that's
But
excellent.
we'll go down here. It has nothing to do with my chat mix. It has the super unbelievably expensive headset is linked to a bandwidth, like a radio bandwidth that literally everything uses. It's a very common bandwidth, and actually, typically in high-end headsets, they use different bandwidths just for this reason. Because if you have multiple things that are all running on the same bandwidth in the same area, then the signal gets all foofy, and that's what's happening. Is that something else is stepping in on the signal, and it's causing the headset itself not to be able to connect. Tried jingling. Should I turn it off and turn it back on again? Am I sure it's plugged in? Sound blaster audio. All right, where is this little Kata guy? He's off causing hate and discontent somewhere. There he is. No, 2.4 gigahertz isn't used anywhere important, Matthew. The headset doesn't have aux, then it's not worth the price. It does have aux. The problem is that because I use a dual PC setup, the aux is actually being used by something else. Solo Self-Found should start in June, but
So the biggest problem, the biggest barrier right now to
the way
solo
it cuts
self-found
off cat is breathing. Always used wire. The problem I ran into with wired was that I would basically always have to like have the cord going over my body or something, and when I have dogs and I have cats, they constantly were knocking the wire or pulling the headset out of the computer, and I wound up with like 3 separate cords broken, like in the aux thing from the dog or something walking by and knocking the cable. Is that where the name comes from? Jesus. Wired, I end up choking myself or pulling things, forget to take. Yeah, exactly. Broken, why did you attach yourself to this project? Tired of TLP friends and devs mad at the Why did I attach myself to this project? Because the devs are great, because the people are great, because the community is awesome. It's been a ton of fun to play here. There should be bags on these taskmasters too. Somewhere, maybe. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so you got that part. We do need the commanders, but we might as well do cursed and all that too. The only downside of this is I can't tell if Cat is talking or not. Boom, dead. All right. Now we got the rags up top. Oh, did I skip the other? I'm an idiot. I think I skipped the 2 that are over here on the other side. Of course I did. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? I can hear you.
Oh,
And
you can hear me now?
Your voices never sound so amazing.
How did you fix it?
I removed the possible things that could have been interfering with the signal.
Oh, that makes sense. Did you remove them with violence?
I mean, my phone is sticking out of the wall in the other room. Is that with violence?
Probably, yeah.
Ah, okay. Don't stop believing. John Carabetta, you mentioned last week that you wanted to do voice acting at some point. Who do you think is your best impersonation? I mean, I really just goof around. In fact, actually, I think in that reference, I was even talking about how that's kind of why, like, we got a ward. Doing things like Sean Connery and the great skits there, the Jeopardy skits. It's not what your mother said last night, Trebek. Things like that. This is what happens when you microwave Hot Pockets next to your PC. Bro, I haven't had a Hot Pocket in, oh my God, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Hot Pocket. Probably 20. You enjoy Hot Pockets? Yeah. Man, I do agree.
I will say that there's some the fancy ones are nice.
Yeah. Is it like a special kind of brand, or is it like GQ Hot Pockets?
Do you remember the ones that were like pretzel Hot Pockets? Those were good.
I don't recall. You had an Alabama Hot Pocket? Frickin' brew.
That sounds unpleasant.
Or pleasant, depending on which end of the receiving fun you were on.
I'm pleased to know that I don't know what that is, nor do I particularly want to.
Ooh, if you were VV, this would be the time that we would tell you, good time to Google stuff.
Yeah. I don't know where you went.
Oh, I went up top. There's a hidden door, or a hidden little wall.
Okay, I think I found it.
Vivi likes hot pearl necklaces, not pockets. Yeah, it's true.
So that is understandable because he didn't understand euphemisms that are like relatively in common usage. When you start like looping in like regional aphorisms, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the VV convo ends in a pearl necklace.
I'm surprised it took someone this long to make a character named Beekeeper.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They just logged in for the first time.
That's crazy. There's a ton of names that are still available. I'm actually really shocked.
I am the master pet.
This channel redeem right here is Variety Void. Like both of those voices, the really low, like robotic voice is him, as well as the laugh is also him. So, yeah. So triple XP bonus for Memorial Day.
That's Monday, right?
Yep.
I lose track of what day it is.
Yeah,
you know what? I actually really like the idea of doing a big XP bonus for Memorial Day.
Hell yeah. Now we just gotta convince Aporia.
Honestly, you know what I should do next time I am digging around in that area of the server? I should add so we have a way to do like a scalar on XP as a rule. I should add a scalar on loot as a rule.
Jesus. He just yeeted me.
Goodbye. Oh, he's on me.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. There we go.
I should probably not have just like YOLO'd him.
It's fine. Did I just hear bonus loot? No.
No, don't worry about it. That's just me thinking out loud, which I shouldn't do in public.
I mean, as long as we add like a ginormous disclaimer and say,
Yeah, I'm off the clock right now. Don't take me seriously.
Yeah, nothing that Kata says during this stream can be held against him or for him or to him or otherwise anything, period. The no means no.
What did this do to me? I can't move.
Yeah, he has a feign death proc.
That's so obnoxious.
Yep. Just like Dispel. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you see that big write-up I did on Dispel behavior?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I did a big write-up on this is how Dispel works.
Oh, was that in response to the whole plane of air thing? Yeah.
No, it was in response to the guy in Saru that just like annihilates all your buffs when you peek around the corner.
Oh yeah. The pious. Oh God, he's so annoying. He's like, it's totally a proc too, because sometimes it happens like back to back as opposed to like there being a window. Furtbringer. The trolls are out, man. So scotched eggs again when? Mulligan's Gaming Pub.
I don't know when I'm gonna be able to make it up there again.
For the live get together for THJ, right?
Yeah, we should do that.
Dude, I'm for real. Even if we just did like the crew.
I'm not even joking about this. I think we should actually do that.
I'd be down.
But yeah, the reason why it took me so long to get familiars back will become a little bit apparent probably when the rewards for the Easter event go out.
Oh no. Really?
Because all I'll say is that that familiar system is a lot more flexible than just handling wizard familiars.
Ooh. Can I get my own Kata or Aporia familiar that follows me around everywhere? Actually, I just want a Kata familiar that follows me around everywhere and it tells me that can't happen. That's all I want.
Yeah. I also think I can make it so that pet names don't have to conflict with player names.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I just need to work on that.
Of course, that can get a little weird.
Yep.
Cat familiar. Oh my God, think of the possibilities. I need bunnies. I can't wait to make Broken say weird stuff with VoiceCraft. Rude. I don't say weird stuff enough. All right. This one will go very, 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 very quickly. You ready?
Yep. I'm not even going to bother engaging it.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, he's not. What? Am I slowed? No. There we go. There we go. There's the 70k hits.
Do you ever feel like you're cheating?
Only when I'm actually cheating.
That makes sense.
Which sometimes you got to cheat.
Wow. You didn't drop anything good.
Hammer the Sun, Scorch Silver Pauldrons. Yeah, that's all junk. Did he not drop anything good? Oh, he didn't drop. Well, Goldenrod is good, but just not for you.
Let me rephrase. He didn't drop anything for good classes.
Wait. Don't you have pet bags?
Oh, yeah, I have pet bags.
Yeah. Goldenrod is actually really good for...
Do you want to hear something really embarrassing?
Sure.
I forgot pet bags were a thing.
Whoa.
That was me forgetting pet bags were a thing.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the man who invented pet bags just forgot that pet bags even existed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. I see no problem with this. All right. Let's go find these commanders.
Amanda. These... I almost wish they had leaned into the Egyptian, quasi-Egyptian, quasi-Stargate thing a little bit more.
That is what his idea was. Oh man. So Jeff actually gave me the design doc for Lucklin.
Mhm.
And the amount of stuff and the background behind it.
I feel like the cutting room floor for this expansion was enormous.
Oh, dude, it's
littered with just everything.
Okay, so the design doc for Kunark and Velius are 60 pages. The design doc for Lucklin is 160 something pages.
Do you ever have one of those moments where you're just I don't want to sound like I'm being even slightly critical because I understand at least some context of the realities of the situation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like they could have made 3 expansions out of Lucklin.
All of the different directions that things feel like they were going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And it would have been... I feel like that one of the greatest tragedies of the way this era of EverQuest was that narratively it doesn't make a lot of sense that you go from you go to Planes of Power, which is killing the gods.
Yep.
And then some dude on this continent with a weird name that you can't pronounce.
Well, it's one of those power creepy things, or at least in my head, that's what it's always been. How you go from this place of you at first you're killing dragons and stuff, right? And then you're going up to Plane of Hate and Plane of Fear, and you're killing some gods, but they're sort of they're avatar representations in the lore initially, and then you're gotta one up that, right? So you add this continent, and then you add another continent, and the lore behind Velius is you're killing this prismatic dragon that nearly completely destroyed Norath and everything, and ended its existence. Where do you go from there? Well, of course, you add cat girls and space snakes, and
I wish let me back up. One of the things that got left on the cutting room floor for THJ was reordering the expansions. To put planes at the end of the expansion stack.
Yep.
But it would have taken us so much longer, and it just wasn't practical to do. It's
Do you
something I wish we
know?
could have done.
Did Aporia actually add the thing that makes the commander
that's
spawn
a
every
lot.
time?
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Don't die. Listen,
I'm gonna
live.
die.
No, you're not. I have group heal. I have live hands somewhere. Live. So like
Why did I
4 more
pull
raid
that?
zones were dropped. Well, that's the weird thing, right? Because you do planes of power, right? And then you go to the land of discord, or you're off in freaking gates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them anywhere. I actually don't see either one of them on the other floor either. I'm gonna pop off my height filter and give it a gander here for a second.
I pulled some more mobs.
Did you? You'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident with your abilities in killing stuff. Com 1 is up the ramp usually. Com 2 is the other way to Emp. Oh, okay. Well then let's go back the way we came here. Let's go check up the ramp. Because I'm like looking around trying to use the map to locate them, but I don't see either of them. Do you have an Emp sword? Nah, I don't need an Emp sword. I just need, I don't know, underpants. Cat is going to do all the damage. So I went all the way back to the start, and then I went up the ramp as opposed to...
If you're expecting me to do all the damage to Amp, we're going to be here for a while.
No, we'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure.
But yeah, I think if I could have had like an unlimited amount of time to work on stuff and whatnot, it would have been like Kunark into Velia. Well, probably maybe even released with Kunark, but Kunark into Velius into like Dragons of Norath somehow.
Yep.
And then Lucklin, and then Gates, and
there he is.
Roman.
I see him. Yeah, that could be really cool. I also think that I'm not mad at the idea of like Kunark dropping with Classic. I actually kind of like the concept, being that it's like 2 coexisting like level ranges,
Yeah. Yeah, I have thoughts, but let's face it, we're most of us aren't here for the narrative progression anyway, so.
True. All right. I'm pretty sure I saw him over here. Oh, he's 1 floor up. Okay. Not a big deal. That's the second comm too. Just kill these. No, not there. Emp sword on my Warmonk Burr is kind of necessary. Now all I need is a corrupted time splinter. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna need something to. I don't have a Shizar weapon on this guy, but those damn green shards are rare as hell. Just use your Pally Dukes.
Unironically, with the Sip Strike on stuns,
Yes. However, I would need a good Sim Strike item, which we
Or even a-
defaulted most of that stuff to you and Aporia while leveling up.
or even a bad one.
I mean,
whatever.
I have this really cool simple ring of the hero.
Yeah. Well, how's your spell damage?
Well, let's take a look here. We got an elite temple guard right here. I was actually totally shit talking this, by the way, before you even popped in. That these stuns feel really terrible going from my my Shadow Knight Shaman to this. It's like the 2-second stun cast. It's like, oh
really?
man, yeah.
Are they really 2 seconds? They should be faster than that.
Yeah. Cease. Well, cease is 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Might is 2 seconds. Stun is 1.5 seconds.
I'll tell you what. I'll open a balance thread on that, because especially the ones that are paladin only, those should be basically snap nukes.
Yeah. This is your ring is on that body there.
No, was that the commander? I didn't even notice. Jesus.
Should only be using cease and desist. I mean, while I am the law enforcement, are there going to be rewards for the Easter event? There will be. And will there be a leaderboard to see the stats?
There probably won't be leaderboards.
Yeah.
There will be rewards. I will be blunt and say that we've been pushing to get this balance patch out, and then there were some pretty significant bugs that needed to be fixed, like immediately. If I can, I think I have the crash on character swapping fixed. In fact, let me double check that thread. How's it looking? Well, that's not good. Okay. Well, as soon as I get that crash on character swapping fixed, then we can. I'm gonna get the rewards out. We had a last minute possibility for a reward that's going to be pretty fun. Crop up. I needed to get the familiars thing done, and then that other last minute possibility just got into my hands. The data necessary for it got into my hands yesterday.
Did you get that one thing working that Malik and myself? You did?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, those are going to be available. So we wanted to do something a little bit more fun than titles. Well, titles are still going to go out as they have been in the past, but I wanted to get some more options out there. So
that's awesome. I'm just peeking around trying to find the freaking other commander. He should be down below though. Let's see if I can't cheese it here. Ignore everything I'm doing right now. Where the heck did he put him? Do you guys know where he put the other one?
Did he actually change their spawn point? That's
well, so he gave them a specific spawn point.
Gotcha. Did you?
But I haven't really gone back and done it. Down? I went down. The other one should be down here somewhere.
What's the name of it?
Commander. Just it should be commander. There should only be one other commander. Idlecom is always on the path to Emp. Okay. idle.
Hey,
So if you want to come all the way back
did,
down.
did you use map filter?
Oh no, I didn't actually. I could have done that. But actually turn height filter on and then do map filter
custom. I'm having trouble getting back in the Stargate thingy. I'm stuck. Hey, can you do me a favor and call a hero me? That'd be great, thanks.
Yeah. I can do that. I can actually do that.
Wait,
I'm really good at it. Yep. I just train you and then you wind up in the same location as me.
Oh, gotcha. Is that East Commonlands?
That is East Commonlands, yeah. Oh, there you go. I see you.
I can summon players to East Commonlands. I can't get out.
You have to face. The only way you can get out of these is the facing of the door. Yep. Idle comm. Not the general room, but the big room before that. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, so we'll go back down here. We'll go in here, through here, down this hallway here, and then over this way. Windy, what's going on? Just up the ramp from the fake wall. Okay, great. Ooh. I don't know if Void started streaming.
There's a red con over there.
Red con over.
In there. In that room. In that hallway.
In this hallway? Oh, yeah. Okay, actually, come here. So you see this? This is supposed to be a floor trigger. Like the traps.
Hey, so, we have this bug report forum?
No, I've never heard of it. Is that like a thing or?
Yeah. So when you see like weird stuff like that, you're supposed to go to the bug report forum and make a new post and say, Shisar Phantom at this XYZ location is visible and should be invisible.
Okay, so I have a list of 3 things to write as bug reports now. Shizar. Does it help if I put the location of this?
Yeah, the XYZ location.
Negative 123.25. Yep. Okay. How's Shad Shamrog feel after the latest changes? This is a trap. You're asking me a trap question. I want dots to do about 700% more damage. That's the answer. That's what they want, though. They want that endless list of bugs so that they can work on things and fix stuff, break stuff, fix, break stuff. Are you using the range item that goes through?
I love endless lists of bugs. Those make me happy.
I actually am. Yes, the Planeswalker range slot. Is it public knowledge what is going on with dots right now, and if that's going to change?
What's going on with dots right now?
The stuff that you and Valor were talking about earlier today.
The fact that the damage scaling isn't quite right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
So there you go.
There's something. So a little bit of backstory, I guess. So a spell effect is composed of up to 12 like effect opcodes, right? And it has each of those could have its own like scaling formula, and then a minimum and a maximum and a limit value. And how those minimum, maximum, limits, and scaling formula interact with the specific effect opcode determines like what actually happens. For the one that does damage, that scaling value, that scaling formula, and the base and the maximum determine like how much damage it does at a minimum, and then how it scales as you level up, and then how much damage you can do as a maximum. Those values are all kind of wonky, and I'm sure that they made sense at some point in some paradigm where like getting a level wasn't like that actually that big of a deal. Like getting leveled up wasn't actually that big of a deal.
Okay.
But it results in some kind of weird outcomes based on what the spell's tooltip says it should be doing and what the effect parser that generates the blue text when you inspect a spell says it should be doing. Those aren't quite always the same. And there's just some unexpected results there. So we're gonna come up with a solution.
Yeah. So they're aware of it and they're working on it.
Yeah.
That's the real takeaway.
Yeah. It seemed fine in testing, but we were really looking at like overall DPS numbers, not like drilling down and looking at is this spell doing exactly as much damage as the tooltip seems to indicate that it should be doing. So,
Is there a really whiny streamer complaining about everything in testing? Yeah.
Yes. There's actually more than one.
Is there? Streamer?
Yeah. Oh, streamer. Yeah, so that's fair. One second. Got AFK.
Listen, guys, I'm not like when I think of something. So there's like report writing, like the being in law enforcement and stuff. We used to have to write like reports and stuff. But like you typically have some type of like context in mind as far as like how you're writing the report. And I am really terrible at bug reporting, like genuinely really terrible at it. And I don't understand how the mechanisms are actually like occurring behind the curtain. So I'm also like, I don't know, man, there's like something happening. And when I do this, it does this thing. And that's not what that thing is supposed to do. But that's what it does, man. And I don't know, man. It's totally like weird. So I'm really terrible at it. Whoa. Yeet. Jesus. Okay. All right. Listen. But so, yeah, there's definitely like a portion that occurs that is just like, whoa, what have you done? What have you done, Broken? What have you done? Where art for thou? Jesus, why you keep hitting me so high up in corner? The worst. When I write a bug report, I write it under the assumption I never want to talk to that person again. So it has as much detail and as much stuff as possible. So they never need to talk to me and I never need. Oh, Matt, I thought you were taking that in a very different direction. I thought you were like, I'm writing this bug report under the assumption I never want to talk to that person again. And so I'm like, listen, man, your mom and like your dad, like they raised a dumb kid. Like how many times did they drop you on your head to do this? Like I thought you just, you didn't want to ever talk to the person again. So you're just mean. That's what I thought. But, Let's see. Oh, am I crazy? When Emperor yeets you, it seems to turn off your attack. He does a 90% slow. Whales. It's a 90% slow. So, okay, cool. That's the item he's gonna need. It's a 90% slow, and thus, it feels like your auto attack has been turned off. Need levitate? Yeah. It would be nice if one of my classes had levitate or a Peggy cloak. A Peggy cloak that you can buy from. Hold on. Give me your best, like, NHD Josie. Give me like a perfect, like, give me a line here. Like a sales pitch. For your Peggy cloak salesmanship. We call it magic.
I apologize. I
you're
had
good.
pizza.
Ooh, don't apologize for pizza. Wish I had pizza.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's the room. Aren't I missing something?
Yeah, you sure are, and it's on the body over there in the corner. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Day. What's going on?
I got a ring of the Shissar.
Excellent, excellent. Poly Walnuts Peggy Cloaks, guaranteed to fit and waterproof, or your money back. Patent pending. Other fluids may void warranty. Ah, damn. Unacceptable. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna have to go get a Shazar weapon.
He only has a couple million hit points. It'll be fine.
Yeah. What could go wrong? All right. Let's see. Oh my God. Blech. Hang on. What is it? Shishaza Worcestershire sauce. Is this the QA session? No. This is the Q&A is in Variety Void stream tonight. Multi. Am I allowed to have items traded to me? Technically, no. But what people don't know don't hurt them. And the only one who can rat me out is you. So what if I sell it for a copper? I can't buy things either, technically, but you know, again, we've made other like allowances to speed things up here and there. I actually wanted a fragment of truth. What I wanted to look at.
The ring on that guy.
Holy Jesus. Wow. Good gravy, man. Stuff is expensive. Actually, there's no base level one either. $6,500 plat is the lowest one, really? All right, we're gonna go buy one.
You don't have delivery vouchers?
What do you? No, I don't. I'll be right back.
Why wouldn't you have delivery vouchers?
Cause that man delivery. I'm a poor boy. Okay. I make my money hooking on the side, you know? Ah, this is actually quite annoying. Can we get Bazaar in EC, please? Thanks. That'd be great.
What do you mean Bazaar in EC? You can use the Bazaar from anywhere.
If you have a delivery voucher.
Or just pay the tax.
I can't afford the tax on this hugely expensive item.
It's what 600 plat?
It's 6,500 plat.
Yeah, but like the tax is only like 600 plat.
Yeah, I know. I only have 7,000 plat though.
No, that sucks. I could have given you a delivery voucher.
In EC, there is no tax. Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty
sure. Okay. The more you know.
I should make the tax like 100%.
Oh, you son of a... Listen, when you guys... I will never forget the day that you guys pulled the
rage.
The fucking... Like, the day that you guys accidentally pulled the old... Like, the tax got re-implemented. And I was like, what in the shit balls is this crap?
I have never seen a more visceral, like, honestly, I think every single balance change that we've ever made combined did not come close to the visceral rage reaction to a 10% tax on Bazaar purchases.
What? It just said I canceled the... It said I canceled.
Like, did you walk up to the vendor?
No, he's... Oh, that was weird. It just kept saying I canceled a trade with... Wait, what? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh! Wieners.
Don't find a Bazaar bug live on screen for me, please. Thank you.
Oh, no. Now I look like I have a hope ringer. Tariff in the Bazaar? What? Yeah, no, listen, man. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. All right. Baz. Find. Buy. Where?
It's beside the item.
Oh. Well, Raina's actually handing me one. Buy. See? Did you see that? Did you see that buyer there? That was great. I just bought it. Raina, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa, you gave me a... Oh, no, never mind. I thought this was a legendary AUG. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Now, will Bazaar and back bring me back to...
Should do it.
Even though I left the zone and went to another one. It did. It did.
Yeah, it should be fun.
There we go. All right, yeah, let's go screw around. Let's go make some magic. Thank you. I'll have to put remove curse on my bar.
Can I just click up?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And it's on my keyring.
There we go. And we've got heals up on the bar. Let me move lay of hands over here and mighty strike because my bar's all busted up. Actually, shit. I should have put that in my hope bringer, and I should have done this with my hope bringer. That would have made it a lot easier. All right, whatever. All right. Are you ready? Little Forg. I don't have one on me, do I? Man, I'm fired. Playing like a noob.
Hold on. Oh,
okay.
No, the cat's in here. The cat's going to attack my feet.
Oh. The feet are not safe. The feet are not safe. There we go.
I'm trying to remember. It's weird. I couldn't remember the syntax for that new command we're testing.
The casting one?
Yeah, I don't know if we're talking about that yet.
Isn't it in patch notes?
No, that's the
Oh
bard
shit,
one.
wrong one. Yep, never mind.
Yep.
La 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 la. Nothing.
Nothing to see here.
Now I'm just crashing, standing still. Kata, what have you done? It's not Kata's fault. I don't know whose fault it is, but it's not Kata's fault. Okay. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'll be right back anyway.
I was casting spells on you.
I'm sorry. This is going to be really... Did you guys put an aug vendor in EC?
Why would we do that? That'd be weird.
I hate it here. And back to...
Remind me what is he resistant to and what is he not resistant to?
Doesn't take poison or disease. Loves hot spells. Anything that's fire. He takes it and says ow.
Okay, cool. I don't remember if anyone... Were you around in the early stage of the server when bounce was permanent? And like it was meta?
No. What the fuck?
Yeah, bounce was a permanent buff.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I forgot it existed and didn't filter out the indefinite buff duration stuff well enough.
You're evil. What?
What do you mean evil?
You couldn't figure it out? Oh my god. I can't imagine. There we go. Now, can you see my stream?
No, I can't see your stream.
Oh, does it not work anymore? Nerd, does it not work anymore?
Yeah, you have to the equipping the ornament doesn't update the appearance on your side immediately. I need to fix that.
No. So Nerd found a way to like make it so your sword actually like grows. The graphic gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
okay.
What it was the ornament that he handed you is just like a slightly bigger, longer version of the Hopebringer appearance.
I see.
That's Plane of Hate.
It was Plane of Hate. Listen.
Oh yeah,
because I need it. Yeah, because I have to do it correctly.
Yeah.
Because this is where we were binding ourselves. There we go. All right. This will make this a lot easier. All right, you ready for murder?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Walking distance from my house, even better. Hell yeah, dude. Nice, Brew. Grats. All right. All right. Here's how we'll do this. And then we'll pop rip disk. I mean, that went pretty well. It's so weird that went so smoothly, like that change.
Yeah.
It feels like that's the way it was intended to be.
Rip disk just works fine still. It just isn't nearly as abusable.
Yeah.
And even in the situations where it was previously like, okay, this needs to change, it's still fine. It's still like a noticeable DPS improvement.
Mm-hmm. I hear a little cat in the background.
Yeah.
They fixed the bloodlust server tick by making them all the worst possible duration you could get with a server tick.
No, they're 24 seconds.
Well,
In
what is
fact,
roars? Hold on. I'll tell you what it is.
It's 18 seconds.
We're about to find out the hard way. All right. Remove my curse. No. That's mine.
Hello.
That's mine. There we go. Okay. So then we rage. And, ooh, no, it is not. It is definitely not. Oh, wait. Or is it? What the hell is going? Okay. So the timer's not ticking down anymore? Like the timer misrepresents the number.
Yeah, you can't trust the timer on the.
Yeah, so the timer on the buff is not accurate, Sam. That's what's going on. It's
the timer on the buff is going to still think that it's on server ticks, but it isn't.
So there you go. Because mine just lasted a lot. Like it lasted probably about 4 more seconds beyond the timer. Oh, crap. The duration is trust me, bro.
I mean, I guess if that's how you want to look at it.
Did he even read the patch notes?
I'm normally like pretty harsh on people when it comes to not paying attention to patch notes. I don't really think that's an issue of not paying attention to patch notes. Wow, I do like no damage to this guy.
Yeah, I mean he's got this. So actually, while we're here, not that this is a you issue, but this is something that we hear about very frequently on the stream and like from the community, is that this fight is like a little ridiculous, even for like high end people farming leopard, and it was pretty rough of a fight for people who are like just the progression in general is a very tough fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, Sam. Hell yeah. I'm glad that we figured that out for you.
It's a little bit better with
It's nice to have some challenges. Yeah, it is. But the weird thing with the leopard thing is just that it's on sort of a weird mob, and this is the only mob that it's on. And actually, Coffee brought up a really interesting point recently, which was like people who are on like solo self-found hardcore characters. This is going to be a really tough thing to try and get that shaman spell off from. Would have to try it from the patch. Oh, dude, Day, actually, and Kata, maybe this is probably something that you're going to care about. I right after the server came up, I ran to Plane of Water, and I was playing my Shadow Knight, and I was like pets galore, man, like absolute pet spammage. Oh, you're eating ramps.
Oh, yeah, that's relevant. I got myself.
Here, this will help you too. But man, I was spamming. I didn't get an actual like math, but it felt like it was more than 12 pets. Is that supposed to be limited by the 12 pet limit?
There is no 12 pet limit.
Oh, there is no 12.
Just to dispel a little bit of misinformation.
Ooh, no, I like this.
And I don't mean misinformation in the sense that anyone's been like malicious about it. Just
Mhm.
it's someone read something in the source code and thought it meant something it doesn't. There is no limit on the number of swarm pets you can have. There is a limit on the number of swarm pets that can be created by a single invocation of the swarm pet spell effect.
So if you have two different types of swarm pets, like one on either hand, and you use bloodlust and they're both procking, you could theoretically have 24 pets, just one of each type.
Negative. There is a limit of 12 pets that can be created by a single invocation of that spell effect. So, for example, you could have a spell in theory that had 12 SPA slots full of temporary pets that each spawn 12 temporary pets of the same type of temporary pet, and it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
That's because what that limit is the number of locations around you that the pet can spawn at.
Oh, interesting. So it's really like a wonky EQ limitation more than anything. That's cool to hear too. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Healing. Man, Rage of Ralozek feels really good now too. Thank you, Kata. I don't have to stare at a little Yelp timer to determine when I'm going to.
I think there's still a variance of up to 1 second. Like you can lose or gain 1 second, but it's that's no less than that. It's half a second because the sub tick timer is 500 milliseconds.
Yeah, anyway, I'll take this 100 times over. Are you going to be in Void's stream tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent.
I really enjoy doing the Q&As.
Bassimer, there's an issue with dots where they're essentially like they're scaling, and there's an issue with the scaling, and they're aware of it and they're working on it.
Honestly, the variance in dot damage on the scaling, it's all. So to be clear on that, dots are doing about the DPS that we expect them to do. The problem is that the tooltip is not properly explaining how much damage per tick you should expect your dot to do. I think I'm betting I know what the solution that we're going to land on for this is, and it's going to increase dot damage, but yeah.
Don't forget to hail him.
Right? Alright, I got it. Hey, is Spirit of the Leopard good? Is that a good thing?
Are you fucking what? Did that really drop right now?
No, I'm completely full of shit.
Oh my god. This fucking guy.
No,
this fucking guy.
A couple of ranger spells no one cares about.
Bro, his trolling skill just went up by 315 points.
Did it though?
Or are you saying it was already 315 points?
Maybe.
Fucking guy. I have a queue. Haha.
All right. Do you want to do XTC while we're here?
Yeah. We can do that. We're gonna have to leave though. Can't get back. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know if you. I don't think you can click back.
Hold on, hold on,
Oh, evac.
I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
In
I don't know
fact,
what it work.
I'm going to use that thing that we talked about earlier that we can't talk about yet.
Mm-hmm.
And just do it that way.
What? Oh, yes. This is where we were.
Yeah, not South Kinos. It says South Kinos. I don't know why, because that's zone ID 1 probably, and there's probably like some weirdness going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have find. I literally just tried to do find zone to.
That's not the way we need to go.
That, but I can't do that on this character.
Yeah, you know how often I do find item, or I do like I try to like pull something up and I'm like using the test commands.
Yeah. I have a feeling I know how often that happens.
You have a feeling? Okay.
Yeah.
Hackermans. Yeah. Well, when you're a dev, it's not hacking. Wait, no, did I go the wrong fucking? What am I even doing?
You tell me.
This is going to take us up to. Let me just confirm. Oh, this is to rag. Do you want to do rag?
I mean, we can. We're here.
Yeah. Okay.
And honestly, the XP in here isn't too bad. Like, it's not great, but
yeah.
Then again,
I mean,
my like expectations for how good XP should be apparently are just wildly off.
Vastly different than the player base. Yeah. I can't remember who was talking about that. You responded to it, and I was like, yeah. I think
I remember 5 AA per hour being good.
Yeah.
So let me put it that way.
If I can be like 100% honest, I do think that it would have been fine to have it slower, but the amount of bonus XP and things like that occurred early on, like skewed people's perception of that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
If I ever do another server, it'll be different, but yeah.
Well, you're not going to do another server because you and Aporia are going to have your own game, and it's going to be amazing. And yeah.
No comment.
Yep, you don't have to comment. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the only thing that makes me say or think things like, oh, if I do another server is just like the at the risk of sounding pretentious, the artist's urge to self-criticize.
Trust me, I get it. I 100%. I do the same thing when I do videos and stuff like that, and it's like next time.
Yeah. Even if I have an actual no realistic expectation of there being a next time.
Ready? And slammed it.
Yeah, why do I bother?
I don't know.
So Slay Undead's one of those things that like I don't really like, because it either it either is just amazingly awesome and like almost trivializing, or it's useless.
Yeah.
Wow, these weapons are useless.
That is pretty much, don't forget you have pets.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give that to a pet.
Oh, scimitar oak. Yeah. But they're penetrating roots. Penetratey.
Giggity.
They go deep. Ooh. All right, let's see. I think we cleared all this. When I retired, I think I was doing 30A an hour, 60 plus with lessons running, but the cost of AAs was like 15A per rank or X thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's part of it.
I think if we were at, so the thing that gets me is I would have been comfortable with like 100 AA an hour being good or even exceptional. But I think that we're at like 100 AA per minute being good. So,
yeah, no, that's not I honestly, you know, 80 AA every 10 minutes or so is about where most people are right now.
a little unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I was just cleaning that room to see if that named had a Shazar weapon on it. I think that's probably about the average or so. The only
well, you see that's the thing, and that's kind of like important to keep in mind is we have enough metrics to know that there's a lot of people playing on this server who are substantially below what
Yep.
you would consider the average
Yep.
in terms of both progression and gearing and what they're able to accomplish. It's actually only like 20-ish% who is probably at that stage in terms of all players.
Really? So 20-ish
it's-
percentage of the total player base is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
20-ish percentage of the total player base are like what portion of characters do you think are max level? Let's exclude all the level 1.
Like
What portion of characters do you think are above level 1 and below level 65?
we're talking about all characters across all accounts?
Mhm.
10%.
It's closer to, so it's pretty much 10%, yeah. What percentage of accounts that have a character above level 1 have a level 65?
Oh my god, like probably 2 to 3%?
No, it's about 10%.
Is it about 10%? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty solidly 10%. So what I'm getting at here is that that's not, those are not characters who or players who are just like not logging in.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Those are people who are actively and I can filter that down a little even further by like
People who've
who's
logged
in the
Yeah.
last week, kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the proportion goes up pretty significantly, but even then it's still only like 35%. Most people are playing this game in a way that's very different from the people who are participating in like class theory crafting threads.
Yep, absolutely. I actually like that too.
Me too.
I think that needs to coexist.
That's one of the things that we have to like really keep in mind when we're making balance adjustments, or we are saying things like, "Oh, this or that's, this XP is too fast, or that XP is too fast." Like, there's so many people who are playing who have such a limited amount of time that I don't want to take. I want this to still be accessible to them, and they're looking at this like 3,000 AA climb. Cool, it's going to take them a few months probably because they're playing like 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, okay. I really like that. That is a pretty or at least to me, I really enjoy the fact that every day I get comments on my videos of like people, I've never played EverQuest before, but I was playing Pantheon and it sucked. And my friends were telling me I should come here. And then they're like having their first experience and they're like slowly going through and they're like learning the game for the first time. The amount of people who play the server that have never played EverQuest before is absolutely stunning.
And I will say that I hope I'm really pleased that we're able to be that kind of like accessible entry point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you bringing people into the EQ community, like as a whole, like whether they play here or they play anywhere. I mean, I think it's pretty substantial.
Yeah. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's huge. I don't know. I know it's like really like people are constantly like blowing, positive vibes up your ass, but like what you guys achieved here is like historical. I mean, it's really, I don't know if you guys think about it that way or like see it from that perspective, but it is like a very unique and pretty wild.
One of the big reasons why I started on this was that I wanted something that was accessible. So there's a little cata, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's good 5+ years off before I'd really be able to share this with him. But I wanted to have something available for him, that was accessible and that I could share with him about something that was important to me when I was younger.
That's really cool. I tried to get my daughter to play EQ. I don't remember what level she made it to. No, she made a Karen Beastlord or not Karen, Vashir.
Vashir, yeah.
And
discount Karen.
Yeah, exactly.
Karen from Temu.
Wish.
Or Kara from Temu. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, what the hell? Come on. I am eternally stunned, and there we go.
Oh, I thought that was me being bugged or something.
No, stupid mechanic. It's the boss. Does a long stun. Whirlwind. Tearing everything up. Let's see here. THJ is lowest number of jerks per capita in any EQ server ever. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say all, but like I actually really like the way that we normally handle people who are just not conducive to the community. It's not so much like ban, because if you ban someone, for the most part, it's like a challenge to come back.
Yep.
But
you're emboldening them.
If you laugh at them,
oh, he's not rooted in. Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to die. Can you pop that Act of Valor real quick for me? Thanks.
Nope. You get no Act of Valor? That would just mean you die twice.
No, we fixed it.
Yeah, but I would heal you, and then you would die, and then wouldn't you just die again?
Why would I die?
Oh, what did you? Wait a minute.
Act of Valor is a group heal.
Oh.
Mana burn. It burns 40% of your mana and converts that into healing for your group.
Oh, well, I don't. Do I even have? Nope, I don't have that. I can, however.
Hey, I don't know if you knew this, but this guy has some hit points.
Yeah, he does. All these guys do.
Why does Wrath of the Wild suck so much?
Oh my god. Why does your health bar suck so much? Ah, you're dead.
Because I have no gear.
That's true.
And I'm getting ramped and AoE'd. I probably should have gotten out of there.
Well, What? Nah, you were fine.
That's fine. Do you have a res?
I do. I do have
That'd
a
be
res.
pretty cool. Like
I
when
am.
you're done.
When I'm done being stunned for 3 years. Yeah.
I think it's 3.5 years. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You guys did reduce it down. So dude. Mighty Strike. Crunch, 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 crunch.
I'll tab over and watch chat while I'm waiting for my res.
Yeah. We are on YouTube as well, Kata, in case you didn't know.
I did not know that.
So funny story. Aporia has really he's been pushing to do the whole TikTok thing, which is like an absolute nightmare. I don't know if you knew this, but when you live stream on TikTok, you actually can't talk about YouTube or Twitch. Like you can't say YouTube and you cannot say Twitch. Like you actually get punished. They'll take away your streaming privileges for that.
Interesting. Well, are you on TikTok right now?
No.
Okay.
What
I'm
gonna
good. Well, it's probably good because you just mentioned YouTube.
And Twitch. So one of the things that I've been looking at doing is like streaming those streaming to TikTok independently, and as opposed to like triple streaming.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I have. You know what? I'm actually not going to say anything. I have opinions, and I'm not going to say anything about them.
Fair. Yeah, K-Clo, you are on the YouTube. You sexy little beast, you.
But so you have YouTube chat and Twitch chat separately? That's got to be confusing.
I don't actually have them separately. I have an application that displays them both on one chat window for me.
But that's for you. That's not for the rest.
Yes. So, what's going to happen is for the Q&As, it's actually going to display all together for everybody. And once I get the rest of my stuff, I've got like 70 pokers in the fire, but I'm going to build a chat window for my screen as well, so that while I'm, combo streaming, that when people watch the VOD back, they're going to see both chats. And when I'm live streaming, both chats will be on the screen so people can read that. He just ignores Twitch for his new shiny YouTube toys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
YouTube, do you want me to pay more attention to you guys than Twitch? Or I could just pay more attention to you guys than pizza,
I think I pay more attention to pizza than pizza.
Ooh.
Like I'm actively right now paying more attention to pizza than I am to pizza.
That makes sense. My wife doesn't know it yet, but I've got an uncle that's coming to visit tomorrow, and he really, really likes this pizza joint that's around here, and we'll definitely be getting pizza from there. But my wife has to work, so it's unfortunate. Whoa, Riker, what are you doing here? Who are you talking to? Kata.
He's not talking to anyone. I'm a figment of his imagination.
Ooh.
Oh, did you read me already?
That could be true. I'm waiting for it to come off cooldown.
You don't have to. You could do the thing.
I could do the thing. Actually, can I do the thing?
Yeah, you should. Can that account get on test? Then yes, you can do the thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, you probably shouldn't because you're on stream. So
right, yeah. I mean,
I shouldn't teach chat like this, should
I? I know. I'm just thinking that. I'm like, oh, these guys. Riker, what's going on, baby? How you been, man? What have you been up to? Me, myself, I don't have plan nor worry about any of that, but that's the optimal. I'm already retired. Hell yeah. Playing a crap ton of hockey. Ooh, there you go. Are you ice skates hockey, or are you like rollerblades hockey, or are you like, are we sticking puck in it? Like, what are we doing?
Did Greater drop
Ice.
anything good? I can't loot.
You can't loot? Oh shit, because I killed him. Yeah. Those items right there.
I think I want the hat.
Yeah, come stand not in a million corpses. Here, you can have this. Wait. Oh, wait, that's my sword. You can have this, and you can have this, and you can have.
What am I gonna do with this stuff?
Oh man, you're gonna sell it, and then you're gonna be able to forge spells later.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. My sell bag's getting pretty populated.
When is hardcore coming out?
So
eventually.
Well, I said earlier. So I was supposed to be working on that right now, and instead I'm playing.
Never. This is not the Q&A, Riker. No, we're just hanging out playing.
We're doing creator now, right?
Yeah, I'm headed over to him right now.
God.
Yeah.
Playing with you guys makes me feel like an old person because like I'm so confused by these zones and don't know where anything is. It's actually kind of hilarious given the the greater context.
Yeah.
Like how clueless and helpless I
This
am.
is your server, but you're like, wait, where did you go? I don't even know where I am. Don't forget to bring a towel. Kata is our fantasy team. Hell yeah. Oh man, I don't know. There was a guy in one of my channels. He made a comment about DN not being the best experience or the best place to farm items. He says that he has unequivocal evidence that there is some better location, but he won't tell me where.
So DN isn't actually that good anymore. DN's just easy. That's so like if you can handle more challenging content, then VT is better than DN. Both in terms of mobs and XP per mob. Fire is better than DN. Earth is better than DN. Soul Road Tower is better than DN. Although that one's arguable because there's so much space between the mobs.
Yeah.
Innovation even is probably better than DN at low
level appropriate. Yeah.
DN is just easy and easy.
We do like easy.
I honestly think that the answer to DN is we need to scale the mobs up.
Like actually give them the appropriate health and everything.
Yeah. Make them actually level appropriate to the level that they are. I think that was honestly the intention when we did it. We just didn't think it through.
Yep.
I think like there was some underlying not thought out, wait a second, if we just change their levels, it's not actually going to change their stats kind of bad thinking there.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm saying that off the cuff, not like an official.
Yes, we have.
This is what we're doing. It's just like offhand. I think that's probably the correct answer to the DN problem of DN being so easy.
Yeah, this is just us chilling and talking. Nothing that's being said here is a representation of what will or might happen or otherwise exist in the game. We're simply just sitting here noodling, tooling around, talking, shooting the shit like two guys that have nothing to do with the server.
Yeah, the other part of that is like the reality of the way Aporiani's development process works is I come up with off the wall ideas, and then we winnow those down to like what actually is both good and appropriate. So
Broken Stoic is now the lead game design for TJ. I don't think so. No. I'm good. I don't know how many times I have said this out loud. I do not envy them even a little bit in dealing with the balance of this and in dealing with the mechanical coding background that is a nightmare.
Hey, can you toss me a heal?
I have been, but
No, I just looked down and noticed myself at 25%. So.
yeah.
Cool. I'm good. Thanks.
If you weren't such a little squish. So if you want to know the secret for this one, you can actually stand like on the other side of the door, and you should be able to hit him with spells and stuff. Yeah. So there used to be a trick on this. If you ever do this on the live, like if you play the TLP or something. So rangers stand out in the hallway. Typically he's rooted in place, but I haven't moved him. And rangers can stand out in the hallway and shoot him with arrows and stuff and not get hit by his AoEs. But it looks like that is not true on the server.
Well, I'm not getting hit by his AoEs over here, but I am getting hit by Rampage is the issue.
Ah, good old Rampage.
I could turn Taunt on my pet and get off the ramp list, probably. But then my pet's going to evaporate, so let's not do that.
K Kulo, I actually am on X. If you look up Broken Stoic, I am over there. I was gonna say if you look under the Twitch stream, but you're on YouTube, so actually you can find my X over on there as well.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, I'm out of mana, and so I am just going to sponge your mana while this thing slowly dies.
Rude.
I think I am going to work on my epic during the Q&A.
Ooh, nice. If you look under my desk, it's right there. So saith Ogre Castile. Yeah, he'll die someday. Probably. Maybe.
Eventually. Let's look at my random crap in my inventory. Hey, if I die, I die, I guess.
You shouldn't die. You'll be fine. What could go wrong? Riker, why is my cam off? Because I switched to a 2 PC system, two PC streaming setup, and I'm still like trying to iron out all the kinks and everything.
Well, that's fascinating. My pet does not have the illusion buff, but is illusioned?
Is illusioned? Yeah, that happens when you zone with the illusion on now.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Okay, cool. That didn't happen. That didn't happen in testing, but okay.
It's okay, but it's also kind of because I usually use the illusion as a like a dispel catch on the pets too sometimes. Because rebuffing pets sucks.
If I apply an illusion and then click it off, does he go back to being his normal self? No, he turns into an earth elemental because of textures.
Yeah.
Because his texture index changed. All the elemental pets are actually the same race. They just have a different texture index. By the way, I'm spilling how to do the whole thing where you like get illusions that don't exist. That's the hint is texture indexes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. You can figure it out from there.
Oh God. Kata really knows how to tease, man. He's good. He's good. I'm over here like thinking of the possibilities now. I'm like, oh man.
Basically, some illusions set the texture index and some don't. Some just read it. So if you have an illusion that sets the texture index and then you apply an illusion that doesn't set it but just reads it over it, it will index into whatever the other texture index was.
Your promo is now retweeted to my army. Oh, coolo. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That means a lot. Oh, hey, Kata, there's a promo. Oh, no, I think I sent it to you, actually.
Promo? I don't know anything about that.
The little, like, promotional video that I made for the server.
Oh, yeah, you did send it to me, and then I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. He did.
Oh, he died? Sweet.
He did. right, let's see.
One spell, cleric. Ooh, Moonfire. That sounds like a druid spell.
Moonfire. Where is Void? Oh, there he is. Okay. All right.
Is it time yet?
It's we're very close. I'm actually going to raid everybody over there. The Quan. So Stoic, is this legit character can solo the game or just fun tingle times? Because a certain cute blonde lady rolled the new Warclare Monk last night. Also, why Palverse will come up. This is a really good build. However, this is something that I made specifically for the static group that we play in.
Oh, isn't there supposed to be a progression here? I almost forgot that.
Yeah. Hail the guy there.
I hail the dude.
Did you get the progression?
I got the progression.
Are you a cool boy now?
I am progressed. I think those two are the only ones in Straw Temple.
They are. Yep. So you just need old Greg and THO. The only thing we didn't clear is Arclich.
Do we have time?
I don't really think so.
Okay. Got 20 minutes. It's a whole 20 minutes.
Well, we don't actually have 20 minutes because I got to raid everybody over there. Then I got to do a couple things personally.
That's fair.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we're going to run all you guys over into Variety Void right now. So you guys can all be over there. Speaking of hot blonde lady. Ooh. So just as good as all pet one. Maybe. Logistics strikes again. Oh, God. This is actually a really good build. It's actually really strong and actually does a butt ton of damage. The only thing is because this is a static character, he still has a lot of work to go on gear and items and things and stats and a lot of work to do in general. He will do really good damage eventually. Right now I'm leveling up his items and whatnot. Trying to level this Hopebringer up. And he's very, very beefy.
I had thoughts and then I realized that they're offline thoughts.
Okay. Good. Coolo. You over here.
What weapon do you think I should be using for my pet? So like I'm a Luckland era character.
Wow.
What weapon should my pet be using?
If you're Luckland era, you should be using Palladium. Well, wait a minute. You're Druid,
Magician, Wizard.
Druid, Magician, Wizard. So your mage pet should be using a Palladius, and your other pets could be using Garns, Jalen's.
I don't have any other pets.
Because you're not 55? You should have Druid pet.
Well, I haven't got it, and I'm probably never going to use it because the bear's dumb.
What? The bear is not... There's a lot of people who are going to be very offended by you saying the bear is dumb, okay? There's a lot of people who love that bear, okay?
I don't... I'm sure, but I don't want to use the bear.
I use that build to tank 6/6 Zeb. Can confirm works well on capstone fights. Yeah, this build is pretty crazy. Pandas. Also, Kulo, thank you so much for the follow and the re-comment. Holy shit, dude. I just pulled it up. Jesus Christ. Thank you. I don't know if you want me saying who you are, but thank you so much. I don't even know how to respond.
Well,
that's wild.
You need to tell me who he is in DMs.
In DMs?
In DMs, if you're not going to say it publicly, because I'm.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to raid everybody into Variety Void, so you guys can catch the Q&A. Hell yeah, dude! Pal, Monk, Rogue. Hell yeah. I think that's a lot better than the SK Monk Rogue. I think that it blends together really well, and Rogue and backs or Rogue and Shield Spec actually do pretty well together, which is why we want two-handed spec and dual wield spec. When?
I don't know, man.
I'm kidding. Don't answer that. I'm just giving you a hard time. I love you.
Give me nothing but a hard time. All right. Well,
I'll give you the right kind of hard.
Time to go do the Mage Epic, I guess. That's actually, honestly, that's like the number one thing I could be doing right now is getting the Mage Epic.
There you go. There you go.
Which, incidentally, like, hey, should I drop the price of Mage Epics like by like half right now? By mentioning that, like, we keep playing with the idea of making the Mage Epic Click a spell you can cast at level 61.
Oh my god. What have you done? What have you done? All right. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. Don't catch that Q&A on Variety Void stream. We're going to head over there right now. Kata's just like lit everything in the world on fire. And I love you all. You all are beautiful. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for all your support. You're beautiful. Let Variety Void know that we love him by sending him all the pearl necklaces you possibly have in his parcels, in his chat, everything.